everyone, this is P4L, and today's P4L review will be taking a look at a set of axes from Corbot V, and these are, I guess, generic axes in that they can be used with pretty much any characters that you want that have 5mm pegs or larger, and so that way you can weapon up any character that you think could really use a badass kind of axe. And we're taking a look at 3 different versions of the Corbot V axes. So the first one to come out was the War Axe, which is kind of the generic one, CV001, and then there have been subsequent repaints or redecos that include the Carnage axe, which is on the left here, which is kind of red, the Blizzard axe, which is a new limited edition blue one, and then at TFCon Canada earlier this year they had a Tyrant one, I think that's what it was called, and that was the most different in that it was gold and had purple, and they had them over at the Ages 3 and Up booth because I was helping out there, and they sold out really quickly, and they were very popular. So I first became aware of the Corbot V line at TFCon Chicago last year when I was helping out at Toy Dojo's booth, and they were selling a bunch of those as well, and they were really popular. So the one I'm familiar with is the original one, and these 2 on the sides will go into detail on the review in a bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging for all 3. So let's start off with the first 2. The Carnage axe here, like I said, is red. They all come in kind of like this blister. They come taped, so you know that they're nice and fresh. And then you just need to cut the tape, and then you open it up, and which we'll show that off in a bit. They all use the same artwork, which is kind of nice in that they're all kind of tinted a different color to match the deco of the axe itself. And it's a really well designed packaging. It has a cool kind of hexagon design up here, some Carnage going out in the background. You see some fallen bots in the bottom, and it actually says Eternal Warfare Weapon of Destruction at the top. On the Blizzard axe, you can see it actually has the name Blizzard axe up here, and it says limited edition 300 worldwide. On the back, they all have different kind of stories, which is kind of interesting. So they talk about how the Carnage axe and Battle axe, the Blizzard one, have different stories and everything like that. And it says you can do single or dual-handed, and it actually goes into detail with an asterisk at the bottom saying it can only be used dual-wielded if your figure actually has the range of articulation to accommodate that, which is a very funny, but I guess unnecessary a note there. And just has some warning labels. And it actually shows you that the axe comes into 3 pieces and it's modular. So yeah, let's take these and put them off to the side right now and focus on the main axe, the original axe. It's a nice orange color, as you can see here. It has a lot of nice white detail, and even the it has some paint applications that make it darker, closer to the actual axe handle itself. So like I said, you just go ahead and open it up, and you get 3 pieces. You get this piece here with the nice blades I should say, and then 2 handle pieces, which in and of themselves could be, you know, kind of used as melee weapons. But to assemble it in its largest form, you go ahead and take the axe part, plug in this middle section here, and then the bottom is this one kind of club-like section. You plug that all the way in, and then you have the axe fully assembled. And it looks really good, and from what I understand, this is made of ABS plastic. I think they say the second highest grade of ABS plastic. The handle is nice and flexible, which is actually kind of nice, but it's very strong, which is good. And it's gray, but it doesn't have a lot of the swirls that you see from gray plastic. I mean, you can't avoid gray swirls, but it's pretty minimal. I see some down here and 1 swirl up there, but only in the really curvaceous section down here is it really prevalent. But overall, it looks really nice. Nice molded detail all the way up here. It's not just a plain axe handle. And then the way it's connected, these blades are actually separate pieces that actually connect on here and are glued into place. And it's nice and smooth. It does have some pointy edges, but nothing to concern yourself about unless you're a 5-year-old collector. But yeah, this thing is crazy sturdy. So they were demonstrating it at TFCon by whacking it like that very, very hard on the hard tables that they have at the cons. And these things can definitely take a licking and keep on ticking. And I know that's a very cliche term, but it's true. So let's show off how this guy will actually look with some of your figures. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out a figure that I rarely show, but the leader class Grimlock from Age of Extinction. And like I said, you can really make use of this in a number of different ways. If your hands are closed like this, you can disassemble the axe and plug it through like so and hold it like that. Same thing with the bottom if you want to try dual wielding it. Again, making sure your figure actually has the level of articulation necessary to do that. And Grimlock is pretty limited, but you can still kind of dual wield like so. Which, it looks really kind of mean with him and this big orange blade. It actually works really well, I think. And it's a really good size for a leader class figure, but you can really use it for a bunch of different size classes. So I wanted to show off some other classes. So let's disassemble this. And again, you can actually use these individual pieces as weapons as well. So if you want to just plug that into his hand like that. Oops, sorry. There we go. If you want to just plug them in like that. I don't know why this one's not going in that well. Went in fine earlier. There we go. You can make them into like small batons or something like that. That would work quite well. Like even here, it would be kind of cool to have some melee weapons like this. Or you can make it into a shorter axe, like so. Or you can use this as the club and combine it with this handle piece. So the modular system works really well. It allows you to really use it in a number of different ways with a number of different size classes. So it does have some versatility there. Let's see who else I can bring in. So I really like Sigma L, and I think he's a character that would work really well with a melee weapon. So with this 5mm peg, you can just squeeze that into his hand, like so. And then you can see he looks fantastic with the axe. He was definitely one of those characters that is born to come with an axe, just given his overall vampiric look. And it's not too heavy, so deluxe class figures can hold it as well as the larger class figures. If your character does have an open palm, like Sigma L, you can just pop it out depending on how tight that joint is or how tight his grip is. But yeah, I really like. This is how I'm currently displaying my my war axe with Sigma L. Actually, I'm using my red one actually, just because I think the red looks really good here. And I wanted to show off one other thing. The plastic here is actually translucent. So if you give me a second, I wanted to show that it actually looks really nice with if you backlight it or you have some lighting effects going on. Let's see if I can do this without blinding you. So you can actually see, like, if you have light behind it. My iPhone light's obviously pretty bright, but you get a nice glow. Same thing with all the other colors. I haven't taken this one out yet, but it does give you a nice glow effect on all of these. So this blood red Carnage axe, the blood red Carnage axe looks really nice with Sigma L. And I'm not going to take these out. These are actually extras that they sent over for review, and I just wanted to keep them in packages because I want to send it back to them since I already have a set. But yeah, these guys are really cool. Very short review, but I really wanted to show off this set to everyone. Oh, I actually wanted to show off how it might look with a Masterpiece class figure as well. So here's my Nemesis Prime. And again, given the fact that this works with smaller and larger hands, you do have the flexibility of displaying this with your Masterpiece collection as well. And again, it looks really nice with Nemesis Prime. The whole black and orange deco works really well. So personally, my favorite is probably the Carnage axe. But again, depending on what figure you're using them with and what color they are, you may want to opt for a different color. Again, I apologize, I don't have the Tyrant axe, the purple and gold one, but again, that sold out really quickly at TFCon, and I don't know if any retailers actually have that one in stock. For the rest of these three, though, you are able to pick them up at toydojo.com. You can click on the links in the description below to get any of these, and they're really well priced. I should mention that. So I think right now the Carnage axe or the regular War axe is like $8 or something like that, and I don't remember what the Carnage axe and Battle axe are. I think the Battle axe is a little bit more pricey just because it's a limited edition, but I'm not sure about the Carnage axe. Go ahead and check the links below for the actual prices. But for, you know, $10, they're around 10 to 15 bucks, I think. Like again, this is the one I think Toy Dojo has it on sale for $8 right now. It's an easy buy, I think, for any piece of your any piece of your collection. Again, it's just kind of a cool accessory, generic. You can use it with whatever characters you want. It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be Transformers figures as well. You can use it for pretty much any characters. If you do Marvel Legends, it might work. It's a little more techy, I guess, with these kind of white highlights and circle design. But it could be an electric axe for really pretty much anyone. Alright? Hopefully that answers any questions. If you guys were thinking about this axe or this collection, hopefully that answered some of your questions and reassured you that it's super sturdy, no damage at all. And but yeah, hopefully that gave you a quick and dirty review of the Corbot V War Axe and its collection. Oh, I did want to also mention that they are working on an Alicon. I think it's called Reyes. Is their next project that they showed off, I think back in July or August, that they're working on. So hopefully we'll see more of that at TFCon Charlotte this year. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep up to date with my news and reviews, go ahead and click that little button right around here that I'm chopping, and you can subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Facebook at P4L Reviews. And lastly, you should also like Corbot V's Facebook page. That's CORBOT V, and that's what is displaying at the bottom of your page right now. And you can go ahead and like them and keep up to date with all their projects. Alright? Thanks a lot, everyone. Hope you have a good one.